comments. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good holiday season. I have coffee today. I'm trying to cut back on the energy drinks again, trying to get off the horse. I'm gonna try to stop drinking soda too. I managed to actually do that last year for a while. I think I was off the energy drinks for like a whole year, and I was like mostly off soda. But then I got back on the horse, so getting back off that, back to just black coffee. What I like to do is add a little bit of cinnamon into the coffee grounds when I brew it. Gives it just a nice little bit of flavor. It's supposed to be better for blood sugar management, but like the studies that show that that's true are like not very well vetted. I guess there's like a lot of people dispute it. So whatever, it might help, might not. Anyway, question of the day: how was your holidays? Did you have good holidays? Did you have bad holidays? Let me know. Drop a comment. I'm after your comments. 2021, all gas, no breaks. We want your comments, because comments are how channels grow, and I want to make this channel grow in 2021. So if you want to help me out, likes, comments, subscribing, obviously, if you haven't. I have a donation button in the bottom if you have extra money. Would definitely appreciate it, but, you know, there are people that need it way more than I do. So if you want to donate money to anything, the homeless shelters or food banks in your community, give them money first. But if you have leftover after that, you know, every dollar counts. So anyway, today I want to talk about goals, which I've been talking about a lot lately, but I want to talk about it some more, because one thing I think is super important when you set goals is to have kind of a statement of purpose. Because eventually when you have goals, especially if you have goals that you can track, which you should have goals you can track, you will start to game the goals, and you'll start to be like, well, does it count? And you're like, there's no one holding you accountable but yourself. So when you establish the goals at the beginning of the year, it's important to write down why you're doing this and how you're going to do it and what counts and what doesn't count. So that way you could be like, if you were trying to watch 365 movies like I was last year, and you get to the wire, you'd be like, does short films count? You know, yeah, fine. But it's to establish the point of watching the films is to become a better filmmaker. So yeah, why wouldn't short films count? Anyway, with that said, I'm gonna rattle off my 10 goals for next year, this 365 days, well, 364 now, because it's 9:15. I know, 9:15, I'm drinking coffee, because I'm a crazy person who stays up super late, and I got a lot to do still. I don't have to do any of this. This is all just self-imposed bullcrap. Anyway, here are the goals. Goal number 1, 4 million steps, 500,000 active calories, according to my Apple Watch. Goal number 2, ride 1,000 miles on bikes. That includes road bikes, stationary bikes, etc. If it pedals, it counts, but I gotta pedal it. None of that e-bike shit. Read 50 books. I got 45 last year. We're going for 50 this year. Practice guitar for 100 hours. Increase my net worth by $15,000, which I think is going to be a real tricky one. Fast for 4,000 hours. It was 3,000 hours, but I fasted this morning for 12 hours, and I realized that was 0.5%. And I was like, that's too easy. I gotta make it a little harder. So 4,000 seemed like a good number. 75 adventures. That's taking Bear out to the park or riding a bike outside for at least 5 miles. Pick up 5,000 pieces of litter. That's gonna be another hard one. Coming back from last year. Write 50 articles or short films / sketches. Miss writing, getting back to that. Create 500 YouTube videos, which I think I can get that one this year. So let's dive in. Why am I doing this? To improve myself. That's it. To challenge myself to be better, to not be stagnant, to like look at what I want out of this life, back engineer it, like reverse engineer it, and figure out some goals that I can work towards, and they need to be trackable, manageable, and at the end of the year, even if I miss, put me on a trajectory much higher than I would have been otherwise. So that's kind of the purpose of these challenge goals. And over the last 10 years or so, I've kind of honed in on what's actually realistic while still being very, very challenging. Because that's kind of the point. The point is not to hit 100%, but to try your damnedest. But to set things just out of risk, you really have to stretch. And if you really stretch, and if you really, really stretch, you really put yourself out there, you can accomplish them. But, with the expectation that you'll probably only get to about 80%. So it goes. So, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of the goals. So the first one, 4 million steps, 500,000 active calories. Because I want to be more active. By being more active, blood sugar's better, weight loss goes down, healthier life, longer lifespan, better quality of life. I noticed this year, after losing a lot of weight, my quality of life much higher. Just everything was just easier. And over the last couple weeks, months, because I haven't been playing hockey, I've kind of fallen off on a whole lot of that stuff, and the weight is going to come back. And I've noticed my mobility is shot from where it was. I was maybe the most mobile that I was in my life, and I was such a low weight as an adult, and now I'm creeping back up to where I was. I don't want that to happen. We're going the other way. We started today with a quick fast, and I'm going to get back into the fasting, and get back into the just drinking water, off the soda, off the energy drinks, off the pizzas, It's going to be hard. Going to be lazy keto. So there's that. That's why I'm doing that. How I'm going to do it, by being more active, taking Bear on more walks, longer walks, getting in the gym, doing the mobility exercises every single day, and 4 million steps. Oh, brother, that's going to be a tough one, but I kind of learned how to game steps on my watch last year. Ironically, the best way to get steps is just to go walk. But there are ways that you can get steps even when you're stationary. Some shadow boxing counts, for a lot. Jump roping. Because the reality is, like, walking indoors is very tough unless you have a treadmill, which I have one in my apartment gym. I'm trying to stay out of there as much as I can because COVID. Even though I don't think it's a realistic worry. I got water too. I spill it all over myself. So that's that one. And to help with that, I have another goal there, which is ride 1,000 miles on bikes. That has been a white whale goal for a long time. I've been chasing it for a while. The closest I've ever gotten is 600. It seems very doable because all I need is like 3 a day. So, I just gotta be consistent. That's the only way that goal is gonna get done. It's like, 2 10-mile rides a week. Which that's, I could do 10 miles in about an hour of just like casual indoor riding. So, that's what, again, a lot of the point of that one is it uses a lot of major muscle groups. And by doing so, that should help with my blood sugar regulation, get my numbers down, kind of help backtrack that diabetes and keep me healthy for longer. Read 50 books. Fuck, I just love reading. So, that's all there is to that one. I'm pretty much counting everything as a book, even short stories. If they're a standalone book that I have, I've got some H.P. Lovecraft things that are like grouped into bigger books, but I also have them as like tiny little like 45-page things. I'm counting that. I don't care. But mostly I like reading self-help, self-development books. I reread a lot of books because I pick up things, new insights that I should have from previous reads, but you always pick up new stuff. So I'm real excited about that goal. I'm going to go after that one because I did 45 last year. I'm doing 50 this year. Coming at you, books. Next one, practice guitar for 100 hours. I've been playing guitar since I was like 19 and I'm still just garbage at it. I've been in like 4 or 5 bands. And like I've always had fun doing it, but like lately I've been thinking more about I want to write music. I want to have something to do that's outside of screens. I want to get away from digital. I want to be back to doing something with my hands specifically. So guitar was a good one. I like playing guitar, and also there's that side idea that maybe I could get good enough to write my own things that I could put underneath videos and then just kind of practice, by creating a soundtrack and then soundscape thing, because I really like making like weird soundscapes, and maybe some of them will end up on this channel. I was thinking about that, of doing like ASMR with a backing track, because it's like still whispery, but I think the kind of music that I like playing, I mean, if you can call it music, it's just kind of ambience. That's, I want to just maybe try to layer it under some videos and see if people dig it. So that's really just like 2 hours a week. That's nothing. That's like 20 minutes a day. I could do that. Increase net worth by 15,000. This is gonna be the beast of the year, because for the last couple of years, full disclosure, I've made around $50,000 before taxes. So taxes take a big chunk out of that because I'm self-employed. But I've been watching some YouTuber. I think his name is Andre Chick. I think it is. But he's an investment YouTuber. Bear's drinking his water. He's not making a clangy noise. That's because the water's full. But he was talking about when he first got started, he was only making $50,000 a year, but was able to live on $25,000 a year. So I'm like, okay, like maybe I could go for that. I have some debt, some credit card debt that I've put into a consolidation loan. I'm still paying off medical bills from the surgery last year. And every time I go see my doctor, more gets piled onto that payment plan. And then that's really it. It's just I'm was bad about credit cards for a long time. I got good. I almost paid it all the way off, and then I broke up, had a terrible breakup, and I just spent a bunch of money just downhill. So it goes. So basically, it's increasing, paying off debts, and increasing what I have in my investment accounts, which I was very surprised by how well I did last year by putting more and more into my investment accounts. So I think that's kind of the angle I'm going to go at, is focus. I don't know if it's like a 60-40 or a 70-30, but right now my interest payments on my debt is pretty low, and because the market has been really, really good. It's not that I'm a financial wizard or anything, but I've been getting a better return than 13%, which is my highest interest rate. So when you think like of the money I owe, the largest bulk of money is at 13%, but like there's 3 separate accounts that are at like 5% or less. There's 2 that are at 0%. So it's like, why pay that off any faster? Like the hospital bills are just, it's on a payment plan that charges me no interest somehow. I don't know how it works, but they're not offering me like a pay off and get it cheaper, so why would I pay them off? But if you got any info about that, like if I could, because I think I owe right now like $1,500. If I could call them up and be like, hey, I'll give you $1,000 right now, like I would totally make that bet, because that's a really good return. So I think I'm mostly going to be focusing on my investment still until the market starts to shift back the other way, and then I'll, cool off on that and focus more on just paying off the debts, getting that to zero. Although at the same time, it's like getting my debts to zero would decrease my overhead, which means I don't need as much money every month to live. But then at the same time, one of my favorite pieces of advice is to like over leverage yourself and then figure out how to pay for it. It's trial by fire, you know what I mean? Okay, next goal. Fast for 4,000 hours. Must be at least 12 hours to count. I did 13 today, 13 and a half actually. It's not bad, just easing back into it. The longest fast I've ever done is 48 hours, a little over 48. And I can get back to that again, I'm pretty sure. And I want to do, especially because I have, I had to go meet with my diabetes doctor here in like a little over a month. And I've been really crappy like this last, like over the holiday season, because who hasn't, it's the holidays. So I think some big fasts, some big 24-hour fast will help balance back out that shit, because you get an A1C test, is what they call it, and it measures what your blood sugar has been like over the last 3 months, It tends to weight it a little higher with the last month, but the last 90 days or so is factored in. So if you've been crappy for 2 months, like 1 month isn't gonna like totally fix it, but it's just what I got, so I'm working on it. Let's see. But also, like, I think we did the math. If you do a 16-8 fasting, where that's fast for 16 hours, you check my math on this, but it's like 250 days of 16-hour fasting. So that's totally doable. It's just like during the week you fast for 16 hours, you have the 8-hour window. And that's what I did to help me lose weight. So that's what I'm going for. Speaking of getting out of the screens, 75 adventures, taking Bear, going on bike rides. Last year it was just 50 adventures with Bear, and that's what it's been the last couple years, which I think is a good number. But I added 25 more just to really push myself to get outside. I want to take my camera with me. I want to film stuff. I want to shoot stuff. I want to make more. I have a couple ideas for some projects. I think I'm going to be mostly focusing those on my other YouTube channel for the relaxing white noise type stuff. And I think I'm gonna just make this channel a talking ASMR channel because I uploaded 2 non-talking videos and they didn't do so hot. Even though my best videos on this channel are all non-talking videos. So what do I know? Sometimes those videos blow up like a year or 2 later. I just like making stuff, but I feel like we're starting to build like a 2-way street here. So if you're expecting me to talk, then I'm gonna talk to you. Why not? I still have that other outlet. I can do whatever I want over there. I can do whatever I want, wherever I want. It's my smart channel, but I want to make you happy, so it grows, and then that makes me happy. Right? Deal. Cool. Pick up 5,000 pieces of litter. This is gonna be a tough one, but there was a couple days last year where I set out. I was like, I'm gonna go pick up trash, and on those 3 days, I was able to pick up 150 pieces of trash in less than an hour. It's not hard. I just gotta make myself go, take a bag, get a real bag, because I think part of the problem is I'll pick up trash with Bear, and also the consistency, because it's only it's a little more than 10 a day, I think. Which right now there's snow on the ground, so there's not a lot of litter. It's hard to pick that up, but and it's cold, so we're not walking as far, so we don't see the litter. But I think it's doable. I think 5,000 isn't that hard, because that's just once a week going to pick up trash, or not even, because I'm sure if I took 2 hours and I went to places that I know are dirty, and I put on some hip waders and I was going for it. I think I could get 300 or 400 or 500 pieces of trash in one haul. So, gotta do that. Gotta do some good for the world. Gotta do some good for Omaha. Make the place a little better. Write 50 articles or short films / sketches. I want to get back into writing, into making stuff. Creating things. I used to write a lot. I haven't really done that. And I'm seeing a lot of people talk about how good writing is for your online brand, your presence, and I'm kind of transitioning what I am from a photographer, filmmaker, crew member to, I don't know, as investing income starts to rise, as YouTube income starts to rise, I kind of want to be more of a knowledge person to help people and figure out a way to build an audience. A great way is online writing, it seems like. So if nothing else, the articles become the foundation for videos that I can make, and I think this channel is a good catalyst for me to just kind of rough draft things at you, because you just want to hear me ramble about nothing. So you guys get the unedited version. But I think like for me, I can't watch podcasts or listen to podcasts that are 2 hours, because I need to I'm at work, I need to focus. I can do music, but podcasts don't work. So podcasts for me are usually the highlight reels that are 5 to 20 minutes. I can do those, but I can't do these 2-3 hour podcasts. So similarly, this is my version of a podcast. I'm just kind of rambling at you, seeing what comes out of my brain, and then I'll If you didn't know, I have how many? Okay, so I have this channel. I have a white noise channel, which I also do ASMR on now. And I'm gonna start doing some other things, guided meditation and just experimental stuff where I'm just gonna have fun with it. I have a film review channel, which I've only uploaded like 2 or 3 reviews, and I haven't really touched that in like more than 6 months. And then I have a personal one, which I was doing some like film tutorials, which I don't know, these really weren't like getting any traction. So I was like, okay, let's maybe try a different tact, and I want to maybe do self-development stuff over there, but like self-development for creatives, maybe, I don't know, because then I can still keep doing the tutorials, which is kind of easy content, but it's very helpful, and it might be a good welcome mat for people to find the content. But if I just do like an almost daily video here, you know, that's like easy 250 of those 500 videos is just this. And if I did like an almost daily ASMR video on the other white noise channel, again, that's like not hard to hit 500. So that's how I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna make a big pile of stuff, and hopefully I will be rewarded for it with money. Please, YouTube. If not, I will be rewarded with eyeballs, which might get people to hire me, which is also good. So that's my statement of purpose for this year. That's what I'm working on. Let me know what you think if you have input into my goals, or, you know, strategies on how to game them. I'm gonna do what I can and just kind of go after this year with a machete. So I hope you're planning on doing the same. Like, 2020 sucked for a lot of people. We still pulled out some wins. You know, if you really try hard and think, there was probably a lot of crap, but you probably got some wins. You know, that's how I feel. And I just want good things for all of you. You know, let's go fuck this year out. You know, that didn't make sense. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't. All those things help me build up the audience, get a little bit bigger, so I can do more fancy things. Anyway, I hope this video finds you well, and if not, well, I hope that changes for you real soon. So I'll see you next time.